Help me out here. My understanding is the Trump administration has, I think, 13 billionaires in office right now, leading government agencies. Is that about right, do you think?
I have no idea, Senator.
I think that's what the number is. Do you think it's a coincidence, given the large number of billionaires in the Trump administration, that this particular piece of legislation would provide $235 billion in tax breaks to the top 0.2% by expanding the exemptions in the estate tax?
Senator, I will tell you that when the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act passed, my tax rate went up.
Well, I don't know your exact situation, but I can tell you. Tell me about how many people do you think are in the top 0.2%?
Sorry?
Number of people in the top 0.2% who would benefit from this particular $235 billion tax break?
Well, the top, I know the top 10% is now paying 7%.
That's not the question.
The total tax.
My question is, why do you think at a time of unprecedented income and wealth inequality, when people like yourself economically have never ever had it so good, why do you think it's a good idea to cut Medicaid for low-income and working-class people by $700 billion to give $235 billion in tax breaks to the very, very, very richest people in this country, perhaps a few hundred families? Please justify that and tell me about that.
Well, Senator, I don't know, but the Democrats had the trifecta, and there was no tax increase or wealth tax on billionaires. You choose.
I'm not talking about a tax.
You chose not
Mr.
to.
Mr. Besson, I am not talking about a wealth tax. Explain. A few hundred of the wealthiest families in this country, $235 billion tax break. Explain to the American people why you think that's a great idea.
I think that this will increase small businesses substantially. That most small businesses, they are...
Has zero to do with, come on, you're smarter than that. This is the top 0.2%. This is not a mom and pop store. These are multi-billionaires, and the savings go to their kids after they pass away. This is nothing more than a gift to billionaires in this country.
Well, sir, that's just not correct, because the top 10% paid a bigger share of taxes after TC.
I'm talking about one provision in this. I don't want to argue with you about taxes in general. One provision, few hundred families, $235 billion in tax breaks. You can't justify that because morally it is totally unjustifiable. Let me ask you another question. If you guys want to cut $1 trillion in Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, the estimate...
Okay, guys, you've seen what's happening with Trump in America, you know what I mean? The Trump America, and how the rich, it's not only in Trump America, in wherever they are, they ain't paying no taxes, you know what I'm saying? But they hammer us with taxes. But these dudes are having 200 billion people, over 200 billion tax breaks. Just a handful of people that they call 1%. And these dudes don't pay no tax whatsoever, but they cutting services for people that can't, sick people, people that taking the juice, and the food is poisonous, the water is poisonous, and people are sick. And now it's cutting them help. It's cutting the budget to help these people. You know what I'm saying? While it's letting the rich going without paying so-called tax in an amount of over 200 billion people. It's a joke, but this system, I told you guys, is a religious system where Yahweh and Jesus got this script on them. He gave them these magistrates, you know what I'm saying, and empires, and elites and billionaires and pastors, you know what I'm saying, and all these people work together to destroy for the people. You know what I'm saying? But you know where the hatred is coming from. God is racist, and the God of these people, they don't believe they are equal to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Africans are pagans. These Americans are pagans. If you're not if you're not Yahweh, born to blood, you that's the name they call them, man. Even more taunting, that's a name. And is it infidel? They call them, you know, pagans. You know, they call them Philistines. But all these racism, you know, is coming from the Bible. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know that that's how they think. And all these Christians, that's what they think as well. They're waiting for suffering, for the suffering. That they're supposed to be poor, that they're supposed to have these elites beating them up, taking all their rights, you know what I'm saying? And in the end, even create a war and kill everybody. So that, you know, then Jesus is gonna come to save the world after these elites did destroying everybody's life. Is the script, is the program, you know what I'm saying? And the problem with these religious dudes is that I'm not even talking about the guys, their elites. Yeah, their elites know what they're doing. It's the buffoons. These are the buffoons that go to church and give their money 10% on top of all the robbery going on. They go to church and give their money and everything, you know what I'm saying? And the governments just keep bringing them more and more trouble, wars, and deception and destruction and lockdowns and all that horrible living that they implement on them. They're the same people that pass all their laws and everything to have them suffering, take their rights and everything. They can speak, they can do nothing. It's the same people doing this. And these people don't pay tax. They go for free, tax-free life. And they are already billionaires and they don't pay tax. So no economy is that economy is meant to starve you. Because if money goes one way and these people ain't playing your game, they ain't paying no tax. You are. They ain't playing that game. Yeah, but they force that game on you. Because they have authority over you. That's where the authority is coming from. It comes from the church, then it goes to these dudes that own everything, because they've been doing all these conquests around the world the whole way before we were born. When we were born, they already were billionaires, you know what I'm saying? And they running the world. There's nowhere that they don't own. There's no house that they don't run. There's no business that they don't own. So you're only there to be destroyed, basically. I told you he's a lab, and these dudes, yeah, talk about the thing is the majority of people in the 90%, they believe this God that they gave them, and they even give money to them, because where do you think this money is going? These same people that gave them the God and the books. And what they do with this money, they make more wars and take them out and destroy their lives and drop bombs on them. And then they tell them they're going to rebuild. But all this is coming from the Bible. That told them to destroy these Philistines because they are less than human. You know what I'm saying? Kill them, take their land, 7 nations, you got to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? The day of Yahweh is coming. We're going to destroy the Amalekite, the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And this is all a setup, people. It's all a big setup, and you think you never been free or nothing. You know, it's an illusion in your head that you're free or that you were born free. Since you were born, they already running this shit for generations. You know what I'm saying? And they have always that plan that is about that nation, that is a special people. And that these special people, the other nations live to feed them. Yeah, to feed them, to pay tax to them, to worship them. And it's all about that. The whole realm is about that. It's not about you. It's not about where we live. It's not about we're going to get out of here, see what's out there. It's not about none of that, because all of this is meant to keep you looking in, to keep you in the script, to keep you in the agenda. And to keep you in the agenda, they got to keep you poor. That's why they create this big inequality. There is no, moral standards that support this. But in the meantime, this is reality. How do you explain that? And these are the same people that teach that a lot of that, they know better, they know human rights. Everybody has they sell all them lies, man. All them lies that everybody's born with the same rights and da 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 da. That they protect people so much that they go around the whole world that they are saving people and this and that. But look how they treat their own people. And it's not that only there because they own everywhere. It's everywhere. It's happening. These billionaires are not paying no tax, and we have to be paying all our savings into the damn tax. How do you explain that? Yeah. I'm not dealing with no politics or nothing. I just saw this Bernie Sanders, and I thought, hold on, if he's digging these dudes, I'm gonna have to share this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what he believes. Because even this Bernie Sanders is to me, is another agent, because he believes in so-called global warming. Yeah. So you cannot be in the truth and talk about their agendas and then talk about you in the truth. It's all an agency, and they all agents running a program on you. Yeah, they trying to jeer you either one way or another way, either to start a civil war or some shit. Yeah, but you know already that any war that they start is them escaping justice. So they start a war, and guess who dies? Not them. It's you gonna starve. It's you gonna get bombs dropped on you. It's you gonna get a flood. You don't know what they're gonna do to you, but when they say we're gonna make a war, they come to you for you. That's it. Because you now find out what this is wrong. We gotta change. They bring war. So prepare for war. War is the cleansing. It's the reset. They tell you a reset. We need a reset. They've been telling you for years. They need to reset because you've been waking up for years. So they start talking about we're gonna reset, no? And what is that reset? Jesus, Jerusalem, Yahweh, da 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 da, salvation, da 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 da. Meantime, they have to kill billions of people to produce that reality, because it's a prison. Because if they don't do that, and you really get free and start doing things as it should be, if there is tax, old motherfuckers gotta pay, even if you're rich or billionaire, I don't care. Law is law. Because if that law only works for the poor, that's what I was telling dudes, that these laws out there are meant for the poor. They are not meant for the rich people. Yeah, because you see all these laws and you think, oh, the laws are righteous because the laws keep people from robbing you. Do they? 200 billion non-tax, these dudes ain't paying no tax. They breaking the law. Who's gonna take them to account? Nobody. So don't talk to me about no law. Okay, if you can't make sure that law can be followed. If you cannot enforce that law, it's not a law. It's a script for the poor. They have to pay what they have to do and this and that. But it's only for the poor. It's not for the rest of of these people that are running the system that they call elites, that are billionaires. They ain't paying nothing, they ain't doing nothing, they only taking, destroying, rebuilding. Taking, destroying, rebuilding. That's all there is in this reality. There's nothing else exceptional. There is no damn God or nothing. It's just them doing this. And people are dumb enough to still reading the book. Understand that? So they're going to inherit the curses of the book, which is what? Chaos. Which is what? Resets the populations. Starvation. And includes man, woman, and children. They don't have no empathy for nobody. Yeah, even unborn babes now. The babies now in here, they change the law and they can kill him one day before he's born. They still can kill him. And it's okay. It's not a crime. And the defenseless baby can be killed. And it's their law. So law is not what you think, yeah? Because a lot of laws are criminal laws. And I told you about the difference between legal and illegal, lawful and unlawful, you know what I'm saying? And you're living in that simulation of legal and illegal, in which the whole thing is illegal and legal at the same time.